In today's video, I'm gonna put you onto the ultimate sweaty girl routine. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Nyandra. This is for all my sweaty girls, all my gym girlies, any girl that sweats a lot or needs some help in that area, in that sweat department. Keep watching this video because it's for you. And if you're not a sweaty girl and you just want like a top tier hygiene routine, then you can stay too. I cater to everybody. Like with any other hygiene routine, you want to start out by taking a good shower. For me personally, I do double cleanse in the shower. I usually start off with a bar soap and then do a body wash, or I'll start out with a bar soap and do a beauty bar. This one is up to your preference. I prefer doing the bar soap and then the beauty bar. I really do like beauty bars. They make my skin feel really nice after the shower. You want to go ahead and cleanse with one and then cleanse with the other. Go around your body as many times as you need to, and it's like literally zero smell, okay? So for me, it typically takes 2 to 3 times. After that, I'm pretty set. You want to get head to toe. Do not miss. No cracks and crevices, okay? For my downstairs area, right now I'm using the Dove Sensitive Bar, and that's doing pretty well. But my ultimate favorite feminine wash is going to be the Honey Pot Feminine Wash. You do want to make sure that you are scrubbing your downstairs area and your butt and your armpits really good while you're in the shower. Me personally, I have 2 separate rags for my body and for my intimate areas, so I would suggest that as well, because you don't want to carry that bacteria all over your body. For my behind, and I know this is gonna sound TMI, but for my behind, I scrub back there pretty freaking well, okay? You need to, because it harbors a lot of odor and we want to get rid of the odor. We need a clean slate, okay? When starting this routine, you need a clean slate. So make sure you get back there really good. Make sure you get down there really good. Don't do too much because you don't want to throw your pH balance off. That's gonna make everything worse. Just make sure that you are cleaning yourself well, and make sure that you're also taking care of yourself as well. So after your shower and we have a nice clean slate, you want to go ahead and pat dry. Make sure that you're drying your intimate areas really well. Sometimes I take a blow dryer, sometimes I just sit there and wait for it to air dry. You want to do that because the moisture will create more odor. Also, another tip is to make sure that maintain your grooming. Make sure you're grooming because it makes a big difference. I know it's not feasible for some people, and that's perfectly fine, but if you do have the ability to do so, I highly recommend maintaining your grooming. For me personally, I like to use Nair. Nair works so well for me, and that's just my tip to you. So me, when I get out the shower, I just squeegee myself with my hands, and then I start patting my body dry. I don't want to get too dry because I need to go with my product, and I need my product to stick. Make sure your towel is clean. Make sure that you're changing your rags regularly too, because that can also be a contributor to your odor. So make sure you're changing your rags regularly, and make sure you're changing your towels regularly. Make sure you're washing them regularly as well, okay? Pat dry, whatever. And then after you pat dry with your towel, I like to go in my room and then continue my hygiene routine from there. So after I do my shower and I have a clean slate, I pat dry, and now I'm in my room. So in the room, what I do is I take my steamer. I have a steamer, it's like a facial steamer, and I turn that on and I'll drop some essential oils in there, just depending on how I'm feeling. From there, I will put on my product, whether that's oil or a body lotion, so it can stick to my skin better. Because I realized, like, when I get out the shower and I like pat dry, no matter how hard I try not to over dry myself, I end up so freaking dry. A lot of times it's time for me to put on my lotion. So that's my tip for you. Use a facial steamer so you can steam yourself while you're putting on your product, so your product can stick better. Girl, that's a tip for you. It works really good. Game changer. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. And I never heard this from nobody, so I genuinely do think that I made this up. But if you heard it from somebody else, just tell me, so I won't be walking around telling people I made this up. So next step, okay, so we got our lotion all over our body. We got it from head to toe, or maybe like neck to toe. We're not trying to put no fragrance lotion on our face. The best thing is to do a matching fragrance to your soap that you used in the shower. You have like different layers of the same scent, so it will stick a little bit better. But if you are, sometimes like me, I just do a no scent soap and I'll do my fragrance lotion and I'll be perfectly fine. A no scent soap and you want to do a strong fragrance lotion, that works 100% too. We are lotioned up. You want to go ahead and put on your deodorant. So for me, on my armpits, I do a stick deodorant. I use Secret because Secret is the only deodorant that I have used that has not done me dirty, okay? most deodorants that I use, my body gets immune to them really, really quickly, and I have to switch on to the next. But Secret, I have been able to use Secret for, I believe, going on a year now. So I take my Secret deodorant, put that on my arms, however many I feel like, until I feel like I'm, you know, I'm covered. And then I go in with a spray deodorant, and my Dove spray deodorant, and because I really like the smell, and it really does keep you dry. It's like an extra layer of protection. So I go in with my spray deodorant on top of my stick deodorant. As mind you, I'm a really, really sweaty girl, so sweat just come easily to me, so I need these extra layers of protection. You may or may not. On my intimate areas, I go ahead, and you finna think I'm crazy for this. You finna think I'm crazy for this, but I'm not crazy, because it works for me, and it's been working for me, and I have had no problems with it. I want you to know, you don't have to listen to me. This is what works for me. I take my same spray deodorant, I put on underwear, I take my same spray deodorant, and I go in between that those little crevices right there. And I go a little bit under, y'all finna think I'm crazy. I go a little bit under my booty cheeks, because I don't want sweat. No, that's the whole point of this routine, is I'm trying to mitigate the sweat, mitigate the odor. So that's what I do. And I also spray a little bit in between my thighs, where like my thighs kind of meet. Also helps with like chafing and stuff. So while the spray deodorant is still like on my skin and it's still fresh, I then go in with my dusting powder. I really do love dusting powder when it comes down to like sweaty girls like me. I take my dusting powder, take my brush, and I put it everywhere I put the spray deodorant as an extra layer of protection. I also put a little bit on my booty crack, because like I said, we don't want to stink, we want to smell good. Sometimes I put it under my breast, depending on the day, depending on how hot it is outside, but usually I don't have any troubles with that area. But if you do have troubles with that area, you can still do the same thing, spray deodorant and powder. It works perfectly fine. I used to do it when I was pregnant, because I was sweating so bad when I was pregnant. But I used to do it when I was pregnant, and it worked perfectly fine for me. And then after you've done all that, after you have, you know, done your spray deodorant and powder and put on your lotion, then you're gonna want to go ahead and put on your fragrance of your choice. I tend to stick to the more heavier scented fragrances, and if I don't have a heavier scented fragrance on, and it's like one of those like really cheap, not strong fragrances, then I'll go ahead and double it and put it with a strong fragrance, just so it can like pop better. And that has helped me a lot. I did this routine while I was in nursing school, and going up and down those halls, up and down those halls, up and down those halls, baby, you get sweaty. After a while, it starts to sweat, and those scrubs are not breathable. This routine really helped me in those moments, so I wasn't like smelling like a hog over my patients, you know what I'm saying? Also, another tip is to make sure you get the right underwear. So my favorite underwear does come from Target, unfortunately. I have not found a dupe yet. I am trying out the Amazon Basics. Make sure you're changing your underwear frequently. Thing with, like I said, with the towels and the rags, make sure you're changing out your underwear frequently as well. That fabric can hold odor. And when you're washing your underwear, put vinegar. Well, this is what I put vinegar in your fabric softener area on your washing machine when you wash your underwear, and use a fragrance-free wash for your underwear. When I was using like fragrances on my underwear, it was causing me to have irritation. So yeah, this routine is if I finna like step out for the day. That's my day routine. Now my night routine is slightly different, but still really similar. Still same thing, but for my night routine, I typically do not like to use a whole lot of fragrances, because I don't like any smells when I go to bed. I typically just shower with my 1-bar soap and lotion up with a light lotion or a no scented lotion, however I'm feeling that night. Do the same like steam for my lotion and all that great stuff. The difference is at night I use glycolic acid, not every night, maybe every other night, and I put it on my armpits, and I also put it in my crevices. I have noticed with being consistent with my glycolic acid, it really does help with odor. Maybe not sweat, but odor. You can look up the science behind it. I'm no scientist. This is just something I heard on the streets. It's something I started implementing, and it works. So I'm telling you about it. With the glycolic acid, if you're really consistent with it, sometimes I'm not consistent with it, sometimes I am. You can get away with not having to do everything, every step for this daytime routine if you're consistent with your glycolic acid. By the way, that's my baby. You know that's my baby. Now we finna get into touch-ups. You're out during the day and you need to touch up your routine. Usually, I don't really have to touch up much, but like I said, when I was in nursing school and I was there for like, hours upon hours, yeah, there was, yeah, you gonna need to touch up eventually. I know, you know what I mean? This is not like foolproof, you know what I'm saying? This is not 24-hour type stuff. This can work, but sometimes you're gonna need to touch up. Not all the time, but sometimes you're gonna need to touch up. Maybe all the time you need to touch up, just depend on how bad it is, you know what I'm saying? What I take with me regularly is wipes, mini spray deodorant, powder, and extra panties. All right, let me get into it. Okay, listen up, because I'm finna school you. This routine is to help the odor, not to necessarily mitigate the sweat as much, you know what I'm saying? Because like me, I sweat a lot. There's just nothing I can do about it. I'm sweating. I'm now my underwear a little sweaty. All right, boom, go to the bathroom, change my underwear, new underwear, wipe down there. The wipes that I use, I typically use either the Honey Pot wipes, like the little individually packaged wipes, or I'll use the Walmart brand flushable wipes, and they have them in the little packages too. Wipe and wipe. Okay, if you get my drift, you get my drift. And you want to go to the back and you want to wipe and wipe. So you take your wipes and you wipe up, right? So now you have a fresh slate. You want to make sure it's dry too. So if you got to, take a little hand fan or one of those little like portable fans, and you just want to, you know, make sure it's dry. And then you go on with your mini spray deodorant. I do the Dove, like I said before. You spray in the same areas, and then I take a mini thing of powder, and I also take a mini travel brush, and I go in and do the same exact thing I would do if I was at home. And after that, I'm all good. I smell just the same way I did when I walked out the house. That's my sweaty girl hygiene routine. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If you love me, you will like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to see more videos like this, tell me. I do enjoy making videos like this because I've dealt with this stuff for a long time. And head up out of here. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time.